Are you looking for some clean, wholesome romance reads? Well, I have 8 different suggestions for you today, and all of them are PG rated when it comes to heat level. However, they are still smoldering hot when it comes to the love romance between the hero and the heroine. So let's check those out. Now, today I'm going to name off 8 different books in no particular order, but I did want to give a caveat that it is much harder these days to find clean romances, only because usually you used to be able to tell by the covers, sometimes like a cute like couple or someone with their foot flipped up, like those usually meant those were clean romances, or even the illustration covers are so adorable. But lately, like this book, there's nothing wrong with it, but it looked like based on the cover it was going to be a super clean read. It is like level 5 heat. So, and again, there's nothing wrong with that, but I just kind of felt like, oh, I was totally expecting something different based on the cover. So you can't always judge a book by its cover. You might have to just get a list from somebody else or a recommendation. The first book is A Wish for Home from Joanne Brown. Now, this is book 0 in Secrets of Bliss Valley. So if you're like me and you like to start series at the very, very beginning, this would be it. Now, this is a romance between Lauren and Adam, and Lauren is an Amish woman returning back home to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and she is running into Adam, who is a childhood bully. So he needs her help, though, to help out with his grandfather's farm, and she's returning back to help out with her parents. So the two of them may or may not get together. A Wish for Home is now available in paperback at Walmart or online from your favorite audio or ebook retailer, which I am very excited about because I've gotten into audiobooks lately, and I pretty much 90% of the books I've been reading so far this year have been audiobooks, and I really like it. So I can't wait to listen to this book. The second book is Cold Case Takedown by Jessica Patch, and this is a combination between romantic suspense and second chance romance. So Georgia is a podcaster, and she's looking into a decades-old murder case of her friend, and the chief investigator just happens to be her high school sweetheart, and his name is Colt, and so they're chasing down leads together. This is from Harlequin's love-inspired suspense line, so it is an inspirational romance at the same time. This book is number 1 in the Cold Case Investigators. Like I said before, I do like reading books in order. I'm just kind of weird that way, but I do read books out of order, but my preference is always to read them the first. So this would be a great opportunity for you to get in on a new series. Third one is A Family for a Firefighter by Jacqueline Thomas, and it is number 1 in the Poke Island series, and it is from Harlequin's heartwarming line. And so I'm super excited because those have like lots of angsty romance, and this one I'm sure is not going to disappoint. It is about a firefighter named Leon, and he's looking after his friend who has passed away. He's looking after his wife and their 3-year-old child, and even though she's like a strong, independent woman that doesn't need him, she still lets him in and has him help out, and we see a little romance kindling between the two of them. The next one is No Time for Lattes by Becky Muth, which is number 10 in the No Brides Club. And the No Brides Club is a set of books that are all standalone, and they are all women who have vowed to put their careers before their romances. After losing both her job and her apartment, Vivian decides to go to New York and cat sit for her aunt in New York City, which actually is not a very bad gig. And there she meets Prudence. Now, Prudence gets her to join this club where all the women vow to put their careers before men, which obviously she wants to do because she is out of a job. However, she finds out that Prudence has a really cute brother named Sawyer, who is a Broadway performer. And should she go on and date Sawyer, or should she just keep on the job? Next one is Breakfast at the Honey Creek Cafe by Jody Thomas. Now, this is number 1 in a new romance series called Honey Creek Romances, and this is about a mayor. So she is the mayor of Honey Creek. Her name is Piper, and she doesn't want to let scandal bring down the entire town, and her fiance has disappeared. So she has hired a very hunky undercover detective to come in and snoop around. And as his cover, he's pretending that he is a long lost boyfriend that wants to rekindle the romance. However, this book also has a love triangle because there is a new preacher in town, and his name is Sam Cassidy, and Sam Cassidy is also looking for love. The next one is The Preacher's Son by Patricia Johns, and this is number 1 in a new Amish series called The Infamous Amish, and this one has very scandalous. So it's kind of like the Bernie Madoff of the Amish world, has been sent to jail for fraud. So the preacher's son is Isaiah, and Isaiah returns to the Amish community to kind of make amends and bring out some goodwill and make good and kind of distance himself from his father, who everyone has lost a bunch of money from because of the fraud. So he takes a job at the bookbinding shop, which is owned by Bethany, and Bethany, though, is really upset because she lost her fiance because of the fraud. He actually had to leave the Amish community and go out into what's called the Englisher world, which is just the non-Amish community, and get a job. And her father also lost all of his money to Isaiah's dad. So we're going to see, is there going to be a spark? Is there not going to be a spark? And can he really make amends for his dad? The next is The Rebel Cowboy's Baby by Sasha Summers. Now, this is first in a new series of The Cowboys of Garrison. This is an opposites attracts kind of romance. So Audie is a rodeo cowboy, and he is a fun, loving, spontaneous kind of guy, and he falls in love with Brooke, who is very straight-laced and by the book, and there probably isn't going to be a lot of meeting of the minds or getting together here until they find out that they are actually co-guardians of a baby girl together. It should be noted that Sasha Summers is one of my favorite authors, but not all of her books are clean. Some of them are kind of steamy. So if you are wondering, if you're wanting to keep to the straight and narrow, make sure to email her. She's super nice, and she will let you know which ones are clean and which ones have a higher heat level. The last one is The Texan's Truth by Jolene Navarro, and don't worry that this is number 5, because all of the books in the Diamond Ranch series are standalone. So this one is about Bridges, and Bridges has this cute, adorable canine, and he's coming home to recover from a gunshot wound, and he just happens to run in to the love of his life, who happens to be a widow and also is in the same town. And he gets a ready-made family, kind of, sort of. So a boy shows up claiming to be his son, and him and his long-lost love, Liliana, go to try to figure this out. Or rather, I should say they work together to try to figure it out. So those are all of my recommendations for clean, wholesome romance reads. Remember, if you have some recommendations you want to shout out and share, make sure to post them below. I hope everyone's having a fabulous day. And remember, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It helps us to decide on new videos for the future. And make sure to subscribe if you want more videos on romance recommendations.